just want there to be more. You can't wait to be remembered, just like the kids before. Take me to the promised land, is what you said I'd get. It's what you said I'd get.
6.38 miles, 7 minutes, 40 seconds per mile. Feeling really good out there today. A little bit chilly to start, but otherwise not too bad in terms of weather conditions, and a little bit windy, but overall, again, not too bad. The sun rises really late this time of year, and so the sunrise wasn't officially until about 6:41, 6:42 this morning, and I was already back by then. And so today was a great day to test out some of the low light performance on the GoPro, testing it out in a couple different situations. And I used the zoom feature to try and use the GoPro Hero 7 as a replacement for the kinds of shots that I would normally try and get with the iPhone. Even all the way zoomed in, the GoPro doesn't give me as quite tight of a shot as I got with the iPhone. But then again, a lot of times I had been complaining that the iPhone shots weren't quite wide enough. So there might be an actual sweet spot. And I know some of you have been commenting to me that the zoom on the GoPro in camera is exactly the same as just a digital crop. I'll do some more testing on that as well to see if that's true or not, because I think with the older versions, when you had like medium and linear and narrow, it wasn't just a digital crop. It was using a smaller portion of the sensor, which I'm not really sure if that's any different than a digital crop or not. So I'll do some testing, unless some of you guys have an answer to that already. But in either event, as long as the zoom function or digital crop gives me at least comparable results as to what I'm getting on the iPhone, then I think that it might kind of streamline my workflow in terms of shots, just taking shots with the GoPro on my run. So that's something that I'll be tweaking and playing around with in the next coming days and weeks. In terms of the weather forecast right now for the Chicago Marathon, it's looking at a low of 61, high of 68 with a substantial chance of thunderstorms throughout the day. So you never really know exactly what that means or when the storms will hit. I'm just hoping at this point, I think it's going to be a wet marathon, and I'm at least hoping at this point that it doesn't get somehow canceled or called off or abridged because of thunder and the risk of lightning. And so I know that in prior years, it was so hot that they called the race, in which case I think it was somewhere between around the 4-hour finishers. If you were in that kind of range, they were making announcements along the course telling people to stop running and to get off the course because it was just too hot. Now, a lot of people kept running anyway, and a lot of people still finished even past those announcements. And they weren't ever trying to stop people from continuing to run, but they definitely were making those announcements saying, stop running, stop racing, it's not safe to be out here. I don't know that they've done that ever for lightning or severe storms. I'm not that much of a Chicago Marathon historian, but calling or canceling or doing something to the race because of weather has happened before. I don't know that they've ever changed either start times or done anything in regards to what the elites run in. So I'm feeling that almost no matter what, there will be a race. It's just a matter of how many of the rest of us will actually get to run it or finish it. That could be an issue. I don't think the storms are supposed to be so bad that that's an issue. The following day, Monday's forecast is for only like a 20% chance of showers. So I'm hoping that a storm system kind of moves through or weakens and just ends up with things being a little bit kind of overcast and maybe damp, but not soaking wet. I'm hoping that we don't have weather conditions like they had in Boston for this year, which just looked absolutely miserable. Speaking of the weather and the rain, I got a new shoe in the mail yesterday, something that I've been waiting for a long time. If you follow me on Instagram, you've already seen it. It's the Pegasus 35 Shield edition. This thing is amazing. There's so much to talk about, but you guys don't want to hear me talk about this. You guys want to hear me talk about the other shoe that came in the mail from yesterday, and that's the Vaporfly Flyknit. I finally have it in hand. This shoe is amazing. I'm not quite ready to talk about it yet because I haven't run in it yet. I got it late last evening, and I was gonna go on a run for it in the morning, and I was gonna go for a run in the morning, right now, but it's so dark, I thought it wouldn't do the shoe justice to have my first impressions, not only in this shoe, but in any 4%, to happen at night when we're having a hard time seeing anything. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to run commute home from work in these, so that way I can have a little bit more light to work with as I'm running. I'm just hoping that it's not pouring rain this afternoon, so we'll see how that goes. I just couldn't wait to kind of show it to you guys because I've been so excited about it. I know a lot of you guys have been excited about it, but it's here. It's super light, and I'll be getting my first miles in it this afternoon, and I'm looking forward to that. So if you want to see that, make sure you come back tomorrow or subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can see when that video drops. I'm hoping that it's a good one. I'm going to be comparing it to a couple of shoes. I mean, at least initially. I'm only going to go for a first run, so there's a lot of stuff, a lot of content to cover. But that's the shoe that I've just been obsessed with, and very excited to have it. That's all I have for today. Thanks so much for watching today's video, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Yo, what's going on?